Hey guys, so we are starting the floors in the rest of the house. We started doing a little bit of work on the bathroom. We put the flooring in, we got the washer and dryer put in, toilets put in, but today our big mission is putting the floor in. So before we put the floors in, normally you would put an underlayment, which is kind of like plastic to keep water from getting through and ruining your subfloors. So what we end up doing instead is we had this radiant bearer, I think that's what it's called, radiant bearer. And what it's for is for keeping heat off the ceiling. Well, since we had the ceilings blown with that thick insulation, we didn't have to use it. So Dad had this bright idea of putting it on the floor instead. So here's the subfloor, and this, by the way, is just kind of filling in our little dips. So not only is it going to keep the subfloor from getting wet and ruined, but it's also possibly going to keep the cold air from coming into the floor. So actually it's kind of insulating the flooring. Yeah, this might actually work great for keeping the house warm in the winter and maybe even reduce the bills.
Doesn't work. It was Travis's idea.
I already told him it was your idea, so I'm the editor, so I'm making sure I leave that in there. So yeah, that's the idea. I think it's going to work really well. Plus this stuff lays flatter. We just put a few nails in the corners to keep it flat. And we're going to start putting the flooring in. Hopefully it'll go pretty quick. All right, folks. So we've got a total of about 21 cases, which I already took a few in the house, but this is our flooring. A little bit of a brown, light brown. But again, being very patient, looking around, we actually found this at the Home Depot for 99 cents a foot. We bought some other stuff at, I think it was Lowe's for 99 cents a foot, and it was trash. Like they literally would not fit together. It was a nightmare. So we took them back, kept looking, and wasn't sure if we were going to really find anything that affordable again, but this stuff actually goes together really, really well. We picked up a couple of cases the other day, and this is what Dad did this morning while I went back to get some more. And yeah, looking pretty good. Goes together a trillion times better than the other stuff did. But that's the beginning. Now, I did mention in a previous video that you can save money going to local places. But in this situation, it actually didn't work out that well because a lot of the local places we went to, their stuff was trash. You know, we were looking for sheetrock. It was all busted up and beat up. So we went back to these stores, and some of this stuff they're discontinuing, getting the new stuff coming in. So that's where we found these deals. Now, is it 100% the color I would prefer to put in? Not necessarily. Like, I would probably go a bit darker. I like a dark floor, but 99 cents a foot, I'd say it looks pretty darn good. This stuff is much, much easier to put in. It looks better, and 99 cents a foot, which is, you know, unbelievable really compared to some of the other prices.
Because they were discontinuing it, it's a 30-year warranty on it and pretty thick, so we think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's unreal because again, some of the prices on the flooring were anywhere between $1.70 to $3 was the average price, but some of that stuff went up to $4, $5 per square foot. Which, my gosh, you can only imagine how expensive that would get in the long run, even in a small house. I mean, this cost us about $500 for this flooring. If you start going to, man, you get up to like thousands and thousands of dollars. And I've noticed, you know, working with Dad over the years, I haven't done a whole lot of construction myself, but I've worked with him some, helping him out. And I've noticed how picky customers can be about their flooring, their ceilings, their walls. And then 6 months later, their house is trashed. You know, it's like it becomes a home. You know, people are only that picky about it because they're building something new. But if you can get that out of your head and just think, well, I like this. I don't necessarily love it, but I do love keeping my bills cheaper. And I actually kind of do love this flooring. And I love this ceiling. Tongue and groove, pretty affordable. And the idea is kind of making a rustic little cabin. So it works out great. And I love the bills being cheaper. I don't know if I mentioned that. Okay, so we had to rethink it a little bit. Keep in mind, we are not floor guys, so we're still learning. But we had a lot of issues trying to use the studs as a guideline, so we put some scrap sheetrock around it to kind of give us a little more of a square base to work with. But again, with this house being a little wonky, it's not perfect at all, but it is helping. Put some shims in where we need to. But we got it started. There's a few little gaps we're gonna go back and have to fix. Really the trickiest part is just finding the best way to make a not square house square. Work in progress. Hey guys, I just want to jump in real quick. If you guys are enjoying the videos, help us out. Hit the like button. It only takes a second, but it really helps the channel grow. Thanks for your support. All right, we're finally getting somewhere. So we had a lot of issues with that first row going together, and I remember this trick that I watched on a video that said build your first few rows and then build the next few rows, remove the back rows, and then once you have the front rows connected and straight, you slide them back and then you just shim up the difference. Now honestly, it didn't really make any sense to me until we reached that point where we did it. And it's almost like a puzzle piece. Like when you get them straight and you slide them together, then any gaps you can shim it with the whole piece being together. And now that we did that, it's basically going together. I mean, we still have a few little gaps going the other direction, but we're gonna try to keep the floor going for a bit and then shift it back to the left and see if that works. But man, with this uneven floor, uneven walls, it's been a little test and trials, especially on our patience, but it's moving. So at this point, my son came in to see what we were up to, and we put him to work. He shouldn't have checked on us, but he was actually really excited to help us out. He was handing us pieces of flooring, and he actually did a really good job and worked for quite a while. So I think I gave him maybe a piece of candy or something. I don't know what I gave him. I gave him something, probably money, since he's like 12 years old and wants more than candy. Making pretty good progress. Bedroom is done. Got straight into the bathroom now, the closet. We got the living room going into the kitchen. We just got, man, maybe another hour. And then probably not today because my back is killing me, but we got the loft. And then we are done with the floors. And then we move on to the walls. Man, it is moving along. Dang it, I'm so tired. My back hurts. Shouldn't be this tired. I think I say this in every video. My hat goes off to every roofer. My hat goes off to every floorer, if that's a thing. People who do this for a living, I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's not so bad, but I have to stretch about 15 times a day because my back hurts a lot. This is killing me, but I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm glad I'm figuring it out. It's good to know how to do this. Same thing with furniture. Like how often am I going to build furniture? But now I know how to do it. So
You put it in and then knock these in, or?
Well, I've been trying to pull them tight when I bring them down, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And by the way, the legs that you kept seeing earlier, that's actually my son. He came out here to help us. My kids are not manual labor workers. They're going to have some sort of library job or maybe be counselors or something. This is not their thing, but he came out here and he really helped me a lot. And you know, he only got his feelings hurt once by Pop, but that's okay. It was a misunderstanding. We got it figured out. But he did a good job. He made a few bucks, and he started getting headaches, so we let him go in the house. It's one thing with our family. I don't know if you guys deal with certain things. I know everybody has their issue. Our family thing is headaches. My dad gets headaches. I get headaches. My son gets headaches. Let me know in the comments. You have a family thing that you have to deal with? I know on my mom's side is diabetes. That's why I don't eat a lot of sugar. But you know, you gotta take care of yourself. So this has been quite the experience. Started out very rough. Neither one of us knew what we were doing. We did watch some tutorial videos, but by the end of it, it actually started moving. Once we started figuring out how to do it, I still don't want to do it too much in my life, but hey, we're almost done. And you guys let me know how you're liking the videos. You know, we're getting so close. I mean, I'm very far ahead on these videos now. So as of right now, it is the end of August. So the temperature's dropping. My birthday is mid-October, so we're shooting for October to be done. That way I can have my family here and they can check out the house. So that's kind of the plan. So yeah, you guys let us know if you're still enjoying the videos. I mean, obviously if you keep coming back, then you are. So, and if you're new here, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We just have to give God the glory. Everything that we do is for Him, and the more that we give to Him, the more fulfilling life is. I mean, it's challenging, but I feel like God gives me the strength and motivation. You know, Dad is feeling better from his sickness, and he's doing really good, and we're just so proud of what we're doing. And yeah, this is going to be our home soon, and Dad can have his big RV back. Okay guys, thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and yeah, we're gonna be working on the sheetrock next time. Dad got all the electrical and all that stuff done, all the plumbing done. So now it's sheetrock time, and we're gonna start prettifying this place. So yeah, we're a few months ahead, and I'm telling you, we're getting closer and closer, and where we're at now, I mean, you guys are gonna be shocked once we get to that point. So make sure you don't miss a single video, and you're gonna love what we've done with the place. We'll see you next time.